Good morning, YouTube. We are live. We're about to go super live in about 30 seconds. I'm pulling up Instagram and welcome to the Good Life Radio Show. We are here on Gumbo Talk Thursday. Yay! And the crowd goes wild. Yeah, okay, it's just me. But nonetheless, we are getting it together. This week's conversation has been about taking action. And y'all, I have an amazing show for you because I have inspired myself researching for this show. So I know it's about to go down. So make sure you stay tuned because I'm really excited about the show. Like real talk. And I'm still in Facebook jail. But you know what? When the Lord wants you to grow, what does he do? He makes you uncomfortable, which is exactly what it's made me do. It has made me dig deep down and be live on YouTube, which is what I wanted to do. Let's say request to be in. What? I don't know who that is. Somebody requested to be in my video. I didn't know that. I'm sorry. But I appreciate the request. Appreciate each and every one of you. Roll with me. I'm trying to get Facebook and tell them that I'm live, y'all, but it wants to be slow. We're literally about to be live in a couple seconds. Lee's usually on it. We're usually on by 11. I know. But RT is one of my brand new partners. Oh, here we go. Y'all ready?
The following program is a paid program
yes,
that
it's
doesn't
paid.
necessarily
So
reflect the views
call
or
me.
opinions of the staff, management, and advertisers
I
of
need your
WBOK.
sponsorship. Want a t-shirt? Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to the Good Life with me, Eileen. We are here on Gumbo Talk Thursday, and we're here to open your mind. We are living the good life right here on WBOK 1230 AM. We are opening minds to living differently in the world with love, tolerance, compassion, and understanding for ourselves and hopefully everyone else. We do that right here weekdays at 11 a.m. Make sure you tune in. You never have to miss a show. Why? Because we are live. Yes, we are live on YouTube. It is the second largest search engine in the entire world. I told y'all we were going intergalactic so they can hear me everywhere. My voice is going to bounce off of the stars and the planets. So make sure that you are a part of the movement. You can join us online at tglradioshow.com. That is tglradioshow.com. If you want to see what I'm wearing today, imagine that. It's a Good Life t-shirt. You can go online right now and buy one at tglradioshow.com. Just hit the drop down TGL gear. Get your shirts, and it's about that time of year. Next Thursday, we will not be here because it's Thanksgiving. But what you can do is get your Thanksgiving aprons on with your Good Life logo, and you can do that right now. Just click the button. Just click the button. Or you can hit watch now and watch us live. Just go click it. If you want to see what I have on, what I look like today. It's the same blonde hair. Yeah. But this week, y'all know, if you don't know, and this is your first time tuning in, we do choose a theme of every week. And so this week's theme has been taking action. Taking action. On Gumbo Talk, we talk about all kinds of things, but I really must say I have inspired myself when I was researching this show. So y'all know if I inspired myself, it's going to be an amazing show. So make sure you tune in for the entire show. We are going to go through 11 truths. 11 truths of taking actions. You do not want to miss that segment. And in my second segment, we will talk about taking certain actions, and those actions will be affirmations. If you don't know what affirmations are, if you're like, oh, I don't know, or they're not true, well, that's an affirmation in itself. Tune in and make sure you stay tuned for the entire show so you can get a little dose of that. In our last segment, we are going to talk to two business owners, or two businesses, I should say, who are actually taking action themselves in their everyday lives. So we're going to start and jump into the 11 truths. Y'all, oh my goodness, the 11 truths. Number 1, action is cheaper than planning. 2, action allows emergence. 3, action is scarier. Inaction, I should say, is scarier. 4, motivation follows action. 5, action is essential answer. Action is an essential Answer. Number 6, action creates courage. 7, explanations follow actions. 8, actions beat the odds. 9, action makes you humble. 10, action isn't petty. Petty. 11, action creates anti-fragility. Yes. You're like, what is she talking about? Well, I found this article on startupbros.com, and I will actually copy and paste it on my social media platforms, so make sure you follow at tglradioshow.com, and I'm going to break these down. Number 1, action is cheaper than planning. You're like, what is she talking about? Well, we're not giving anything up while we mull over our plan for the 50th time. We're playing it safe by not doing anything until we know exactly what to do. Have any of you found yourself in that position? You're like, I'm not going to do it until I'm sure. I'm sure. Well, guess what? You're wrong. Planning is expensive. Let's just say the Wright brothers. They were able to beat out corporations in the race to build a working plane because they emphasized action over planning. And not to say that they didn't plan, but they emphasized action over planning. After a failed flight, the Wright brothers would go back to their workshop and make a small, cheap, quick tweak and test the plane again. The corporations would spend months of planning and massive sums of money before trying another flight. Well, the Wright brothers won. Isn't that how the story goes? Because they learned from taking action. Their well-financed competitors lost because they tried to predict everything by creating a more perfect plan. So how many of us get stuck because we are trying to create a perfect plan and nothing actually gets done? We're kind of stuck on inaction by trying to plan for action. Yes, open your mind, y'all. This conversation today is next level. I am so ready for it, and it has driven me to action. I'm sure it will do the same thing for you. Number 2, action allows emergence. 5 years ago, did you know where your life would be now? No. 5 years ago, you did not know where your life would be now, or at least I doubt it. Some people, maybe you are a premonition. But I can't imagine having spent this much time writing or doing things 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I had no clue that I was going to be on the air. It wasn't even like a thought in my mind. I had my own business. I was actually doing DBE certifications. Now, how does DBE certifications turn into a radio personality and owning your own radio show? It does not equate. The Lord works, wonders, but the point is I didn't know. So how many times have you been exposed to a new possibility that didn't exist before? Maybe you thought you would be, let's see, Wellness Wednesday was yesterday. Maybe you thought you'd be fat forever. And then a couple months after working out and eating well, you realized that you had the potential to get absolutely ripped. You just never know. Imagine this, and this was the funny example that they gave. They said, imagine walking alone in the desert. It's endless, and guess what? It absolutely sucks, right? It's the sand, you're blowing everything. They said nobody ever has fun walking in the desert. You think you're going to die. They said there's absolutely no chance at being saved. In your mind, you climb one last dune and you see an oasis, and guess what? It's not an illusion. But your persistent walking created a possibility that had 0% chance of happening if you stood still. Each step was an action providing a new viewpoint. If you stood still and thought about your predicament, you would have died. Literally. It was only by taking step after step that saved your life. That final step that revealed the oasis might get all of the credit, but all of those hopeless, i.e. in your mind, useless steps before made the final one possible. So we want to open your mind to taking action and keep it moving. Number 3, inaction is scarier. Sometimes the best way to be strong is to consider the pain of being weak. You know what pain feels like, and so often we are comfortable in our pain, and we just don't want to leave it because we just don't know. There's uncertainty. But how much regret, do you have? Let's say, for instance, eating that donut. How much regret settling for that job that makes you unhappy for your entire life? How much pain will you suffer later to avoid it now? Action hurts now. We'll get scarred a little bit. We'll be uncomfortable. We'll take a loss maybe, but guess what? We will grow. And that's what it's all about. Inaction doesn't hurt now, but it hurts for the rest of our lives. We'll be comfortable now and be unable to do the uncomfortable thing later. Maybe made soft by our stagnation, we will physically decay. and mentally decay and emotionally decay. So every day we choose inaction over action, it makes it harder to take what? Action. We weaken ourselves. Every time we take action, we actually become stronger, whether you know it or not. It's like a muscle. You have to use it and then you will grow. Number 4, Liam, I need a little bit more time because I want to get through all 11. Motivation follows action. So waiting is the least motivating thing you can do. Let's just think about it. Let's have writers. Like, y'all know how I'm supposed to be writing that book? Writers who wait around. I have the outline. I really do. I do. Y'all, this is for me. Writers who wait around for motivation aren't actually writers. I'm just like a writer in training. Let's say this. Imagine an entrepreneur who only gets things done when they were motivated. How is that ever going to work? You only get things done when you're motivated. Think about all you business owners. How is your business really going to run only when you're motivated? No, that is not absolutely going to work. Motivation is not the cause of action. It's a consequence. Motivation and passion will follow you if you have the wherewithal to go without them. So guess what? You have to do it. You have to take action. We are going through 11 steps of action to get you moving today. Yes, we are. Number 5, action is existential answer. Are you ready? I have spent most of my life in an existential crisis. You think? Think about that. Yep, you have. Maybe not most, but a long time. You know, you read all sorts of philosophical and spiritual texts, and y'all know I do. You know, talking about it. They're giving you all these answers that worked for a while, and then they didn't. You got excited for 2 months, and then you fell off. Why are they reading my story? The only answer that has ever consistently worked? Action. Consistent action. It doesn't satisfy our rationalizing brain. It shuts it up for a minute so we can actually do something. That is taking action. There's no abstract mission, purpose, or paradox that will satisfy your existential needs. There's no labor when focused on that won't. We need to take action. Number 6. Action creates courage. You're like, what is she talking about? I'm about to break it down to you. There's a quote by Malcolm Gladwell. Courage is not something that you already have that makes you brave when the tough times start. Courage is what you earn when you've been through the tough times and you discover they aren't so tough at all. And that is from his book, David and Goliath. Seneca put it this way: it is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that things are difficult. Because guess what? We're all scared. We are. I don't know about you, but you know, you may like fake it till you make it, but we're all scared. Whether or not you're courageous depends on what you do with that fear. Do you lean into it? Do you cower from it? What we see as courageousness is really just a habit of taking action, of doing things even though we're scared to do them. Feel the fear and do it anyway? Yes, that's action. Motivation, passion, inspiration, courage, opportunities, possibility, strength. These things only come with taking action. Open your mind. We are going through a list of 11 things to open your mind to taking action. So number 7, explanations follow actions. And truly, I had to read this twice, but since we're on air, I'm only going to read it for you once, so please let this sink in. As someone who overthinks everything, y'all know somebody. Like, I used to be that person. I try not to do it. Let me say that way. You know, there are some people who overthink everything, you know, without a reason to do something. You know, well, why even do it? You know, you need like a narrative. You need a cohesive narrative to make you do it, right? I need to know all of this before I do it. Well, they had this neuroscientist named David Eagleman, and he did a study that shows what happened when a good explanation or narrative isn't available. So he reported on a behavior of people who he put through a gambling game. And so he goes on to say, the interesting part came when I interviewed the players afterward. I asked them what they'd done in the gambling game and why they'd done it. I was surprised to hear all types of Baroque explanations, such as, the computer liked it when I switched back and forth, and, what? The computer was trying to punish me, so I switched my game plan. What? In reality, the players' descriptions of their own strategies did not match what they had actually done, which turned out to be highly predictable. Nor did their descriptions match the computer's behavior, which was purely formulaic. So, instead, their conscious minds unable to assign the task to a well-oiled system, desperately sought a narrative. So what he's saying, when they didn't have a reasonable answer, their brain created something. So that goes to tell you, the mind that tells you about your life is probably wrong. Scientists tell us we make up memories all the time. Did y'all hear that? I told y'all all that to get to the point of we make up memories all the time. Whatever reason you give yourself for doing something came after the decision to do the thing. I'm going to say that one more time because this I had to sink into my soul. Whatever reason you give yourself for doing something came after the decision to do the thing. So what can we do? We can treat our actions as experiments and then measure the results. When we know our stories are probably wrong, we can give them less power. Don't let your scary stories paralyze you. Act and let the narrative follow, just as courage and motivation do. We create all these stories in our mind of what's going to happen or what happened, and they're not even true. We're letting the fear paralyze us. I kind of like that one. So anyway, number 8, action beats the odds. Statistics can tell us a lot of things, but most of them don't matter. But nonetheless, here's a story. Do y'all remember Cortez and the Aztecs? The story? Long story short, Cortez had 500 men to take on 500,000 Aztecs. And what was his grand plan? You know what it was? Let me give y'all a little history lesson. He sunk his ships to eliminate any possibility of retreat. Right. Why was this effective? Yes, it created the force of necessity. It created the force of necessity. Because guess what? Because it forced the army's attention on action instead of abstraction. Cortez noticed that his men were being weakened by thoughts of retreat and seeing their wives and family. So once the ships were sunk, there was only one thing they could focus on: fighting as hard as possible. Stopping to consider whether or not you'll be able to do something never helps and often hurts you. It's also very inaccurate. Actually doing the thing that is the only accurate test of possibility. We stack the odds against ourselves each and every day. So what do we need to do? We need to make up, and we make up, I can't even get it out because this is true. We make up obstacles that absolutely do not exist. Or we become delusional about the greatness we will achieve in some undefined future. Yeah, that time over there or whenever this is, y'all, we need to do it now. Either way, we are hurting ourselves. So test yourselves. The only way it's going to work is to do what? Take action. Are y'all getting the theme of the week? Yes, it is to take action. 3 more left. Lee, I'm going to make it. 11:20, 11:20. Action makes you humble. Let's see. This is my favorite because I have a teenage boy. Teenage boys are comically what? Arrogant. Why? Because they are told they can do anything, yet they haven't had to try to do anything yet, but they think they can do anything. I know this is going on in my house right now. They've learned just enough to see infinite possibilities, but have no awareness of their limits. This overconfidence can be useful, especially for entrepreneurs. So we don't want to take it all away from them, but yet it can become quickly delusional. Unless grand plans are executed, they rot in their soul, and then their failures come, and then it's very difficult for them to take them because they don't know how to go back and forth. So we must be willing to test the validity of our vision. At the same time, we have to carefully not take failure too much to heart. If y'all been listening to me for a while, you know I have changed the definition of failure. Failure is actually a lesson. That's really what it is. So you can, change the F into an L. Failure is a lesson. And most adults are scared to have any vision because why? Because they have known failure. Let's change that. They have known lessons and they were burned. And so what do? When you know the stove is hot? You stop touching it. And so instead of growing from their failures, they have cowered from them. And, we're made timid because we're afraid to go back into the ring. So we want to stop that when we want to get you to go back into the ring and do what? Take action. Number 10, action isn't petty. Y'all know petty. Well, action doesn't care what you think, just what you do. Action doesn't care about what you should have happened. Action doesn't care about gossip. It doesn't care about any of that. Smallness is impossible in action. So we want to make sure that you get out of the petty mindset because unfortunately, so many of us, I don't want to say we are, but we dibble and dabble in it. My mom liked to say that. We dibble and dabble. So we dibble and dabble in pettiness. So let's get the gossip out of our lives so we can start to take action. And last but not least, yes, Lee, I'm coming to an end. Action creates anti-fragility. You're what? Nassim Taleb has said the general principle of anti-fragility, it is much better to do things you cannot explain than to explain things you cannot do. You like that, huh? Bam, I'm going to give it to you one more time. The general principle of anti-fragility, it is much better to do things you cannot explain than explain things you cannot do. Anti-fragile is one of the most important practical philosophical ideas to emerge in our recent history. And for all of us, putting action ahead of abstraction is the most important step toward becoming anti-fragile. Essentially, taking action makes us more able to take advantage of a volatile future. So I don't know if I got y'all riled up, but I did. I am ready to take action because this truly, these segments have like gotten the fire lit under me. And so hopefully those 11 points did. And so I got these 11 points from the startupbrothers.com. I will be putting them online. And of course, if you missed the show or you like the show, you can always go to tglradioshow.com. We are live right now and you can share the show. But I'm going to take a quick break, and then I have been doing something to take action in my life. And so my partner in crime in this is in the studio with me today. So I'm really excited. Dwan is going to be with us on the opposite side of the break because what are we going to do? We're going to do affirmations. Yes, we're going to start taking action because sometimes you think you literally have nothing, but guess what? You have your mind, and we can start right there with actions to change your thoughts. And we're going to do that when we get back. It is Gumbo Talk Thursday. I am taking action. I hope you are too. We'll be right back. Welcome to the Good Life. We're going to get her in this shot. We really are.
Come on, roll with RTA. You ask for more and not.
Welcome, Dwan, to the party.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay, am I getting right here?
Yeah. You can move that way. Taking. There we go. Hey, boo. We're going to get you into the full shot. Hey, boo. Actually, I'm going to flip it over here so you can be seen.
Oh. So legit.
Y'all, it's one of my partners in crime right here, WBOK. She gets me in so much trouble. I get her in so much trouble. True story.
So fun.
And actually, we may go. I don't know if I want to call him. Is that me?
No. What is Stomper Days?
I know. I have a lot to talk about. I mapped out the show. That might be me. I shouldn't say that out loud. Maybe he wanted the phone. Just joking.
That's why you get us in trouble.
I don't get us in trouble. Because I went over my segment because it was so important. I loved it.
It was great. I
You
learned some
liked it?
things,
Did
yeah.
you?
That anti-fragility, that made me happy.
Did it make you want to take action?
Yes. So, we have to go back over that. I got to read it
Okay.
on TGL. What's the website?
TGLradioshow.com.
Yes, I'll be on the website today. And my t-shirt. Get your t-shirts.
Get your t-shirt. Yes.
Right there.
Get your t-shirt. Get your t-shirt. I'm really excited to tell. Well, I'm going to say it when we go on air, but Dewan got me reminded me of something that I hadn't done in a while. And I was like, you know what? This little millennial knows something.
Yes. You're still a millennial.
I am on the cusp
Yes.
of it, so I like to claim it. I will claim it. Yes, I am in that millennial generation. And so she reminded me of this, and I was like, you know what? We're going to take this to the next level. So I have, and I will tell you how I took this to the next level during, on air. But it has really helped me. It helped me, like, get my mind right when I may not remember to get my mind right, if that makes sense. And it keeps me focused and brings me back into my lane when I try to, like, veer off. You're driving, you go yeah.
Yep.
It makes
Get back center.
it makes me yeah, that's what it does for me. Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Everybody, you know what I was talking about.
Yeah, I know what
Right,
you're talking about. Yeah.
yeah, that.
That's sort of tipsy, like.
Not with Hennessy.
Ooh. Guys, you get a free moment with Eileen and a date if you bring her Hennessy.
Don't.
Just ask for Dwan, drop the bottle off. WBOK, 1639
Yes.
Gentilly Boulevard, I think.
That's a true story. I don't know about the date part. I'll give you an interview. No. I'll give you a video interview.
We'll do candlelight dinners right here.
You trying to pimp me out?
1639 Gentilly Boulevard.
Is she trying to pimp me out? They can come see you too. I have followers. Hey y'all. She's crazy.
No.
She's crazy. She's trying to pimp me out.
Classic in New Orleans, Louisiana.
Y'all going to Bayou Classic?
Challenge the historic battle of the bands in great show.
Y'all here?
Saturday, the new day and location for the Bayou Classic Parade, followed by band
Oh,
fest,
you can't hear.
Mercedes-Benz Superdome, and at 4 p.m.
You want
it's
some
game on.
headphones?
R1, the Grambling Tigers
So you know when we're coming in and out?
go to Bye Bye
You haven't had headphones on this whole time?
Tickets and download the official mobile app.
Dude, you thought I was just dancing to myself?
No,
Oh.
Hi, this is Mark Morial.
He
and I'm living
remembered
the
my
Good Life with
intros.
Eileen Carter. Tune in to the
Remembered
Good
my
Life
drops.
radio show
He loves me.
weekdays from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m.
He loves
so
me.
you can live the good life too.
Yes. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to the Good Life with me, Eileen. We are here on Gumbo Talk Thursday, and we're here to open your mind. We are living the good life right here on WBOK 1230 AM. We are opening minds to living differently in the world with love, tolerance, compassion, and understanding for ourselves and hopefully everyone else. We do that right here weekdays at 11 a.m. Make sure you tune in to Motivation Monday, Relationship Tuesday, Wellness Wednesday, Gumbo Talk Thursday, and Freedom Friday. It's where we open our mind, we drop our bags of fear, shame, and guilt. We walk into our passion and our purpose. Yay! Because we are taking action this week. And so I have one of my favorite people here at WBOK. I have Dwan of the DW Agency, and she is not only my partner in crime, but she actually handles our events, our promotions, and our social media for the station. So thank you for the DW Agency for all that you do. She laid it down for our 10-year anniversary party at Kermit's. Like, I had to be like, is this Kermit's place? Like, y'all, it was like next level. I was like, look at this. So I want to shout out for the DW Agency. And you can find her online where?
at dwagency.org or on any of my social medias, dw.agency.
So we will get into exactly what she does a little later. I'm gonna make her do an interview. She didn't want to come on, but I reeled her on this morning because she true story, because she reminded me of something that I used to do all the time that I had been falling short, to be perfectly honest. And so I was like, you know what? You need to come have this conversation with me because, you're my partner in crime, and I'm just so happy that you're here. So today is a new day. We are taking action. Today is a day for you to begin creating a joyous, fulfilling life. Yes, you, the listener. Today is the day to begin to release all of your limitations. Today is the day for you to learn the secrets of life. You can change your life for the better. Now, today, yes. What is she talking about? Yes, I'm serious. You already have the tools within you to do so. And these tools are what? They are your thoughts and they are your beliefs. Literally, when you have nothing, you have your mind, which can take you anywhere. And the funniest thing about this is there was someone who was in my life that loved this book. And it was called The Road Less Traveled. And for any of you who have read the book, you know what the first sentence is, because they'd always be like, Eileen, what's the first sentence of the book? And I'd be like, life is difficult. And they used to say that all the time. But guess what? Life is only difficult because you think it is, because that is literally an affirmation. So an affirmation can be positive or negative. So let me break it down for you. An affirmation is really anything you say or think. Yes, an affirmation is anything you say or think. A lot of what we normally say and think is quite negative, like what I just told you, and doesn't create a good experience for us. We have to retrain our thinking. Yes, that is the good life. We have to retrain our thinking and speaking into positive patterns if we want to change our lives. How many of y'all want to change your lives? I do. So that's exactly what we're going to do. An affirmation opens the door. It is a beginning point to the path to change. in essence, an affirmation is what you're saying to your subconscious mind. You're saying, I am taking responsibility. I am aware that there is something I can do to create change. When I talk about doing affirmations, I mean consciously choosing words that will either eliminate or help eliminate something from your life or help create something new in your life. Every thought you think and every word you speak is what? An affirmation. All of our self-talk, our internal dialogue, is a stream of affirmations. You're using affirmations every moment, whether you know it or not. So are you going to create your life, or you want, the impending media or the radio, that's not the good life, or everybody else to create your thoughts? No, we want to create our thoughts. So every thought that we think and every word we speak is an affirmation, and we are going to create our experiences. In our beliefs, guess what our beliefs are? We talked about beliefs last week, but guess what our beliefs are? They're merely habitual thinking patterns. That's it. And we talked about it. We can have false beliefs. All we have to do is realize that they're false and start to change them, because we do have false beliefs. I may have, you may have had a situation where there was a coach, a parent, someone who was, above you that said that you weren't good enough in something. And then you let that sink in, and then that became a belief. And it became an affirmation that you said in your head. I'm not good enough. I'm not this. I'm not that. Yes, you are. Change your thought pattern. All of our self-talk, our internal dialogue, is a stream of affirmations. So our beliefs, I just lost my page. Sorry, y'all. Our beliefs are merely habitual thinking patterns that we learned when we were a child. Many of them work very well for us, but other beliefs may be limiting our ability to create the very things that we want, or actually say that we want. What you want and what you believe you deserve may be two very different things. So we need to pay attention to our thoughts so that you can begin to eliminate the ones creating experiences that you do not want in your life. You're like, what? Yes. Please realize that every complaint, y'all know about people like, stop complaining? Yes. Please realize that every complaint is an affirmation of something you think you don't want in your life. So every time you get angry, you are affirming that you want more anger in your life. And you know why? Because you are putting that much passion behind it, because you're angry. Every time you feel like a victim, you are affirming that what you want to continue is to feel like a victim, because you're putting that much passion behind it. If you feel that life isn't giving you what you want in your particular world or instance, then it's certain that you will never have the goods in life that make you feel better, or that give you, i.e. what others have. You're not a bad person for thinking the way that you do. And people are like, oh, she's telling me this and now I feel bad. Nope, you're not a bad person for thinking the way you do. Why? Because you just never learned how to think and talk. People throughout the world are just now beginning to learn that our thoughts create experiences. And y'all can see how this shift and this transformation has been happening. I know a lot of mind change when I started seeing The Secret. And I started, just doing little things. I know, for instance, and it goes in the video that it said, begin to think that you're going to get a good parking spot. And so I used to call them rock star parking. I get rock star parking everywhere I go because I know I'm going to get it. And I started doing that with something little, because parking, I was like, parking. But I literally get great parking everywhere I go now. But I've been doing it since, when was Katrina? 2005.
2005, yeah.
Right. So I've been doing it for this long. Now, what if I would have done it with other areas? Well, here's the deal. We are going to start doing it in other areas of our lives. And, our parents probably didn't know these things, so that they couldn't possibly teach to us. Why? Because they were taught how to look at life from whom? Their parents. And their parents were taught by whom? Their parents. So nobody is wrong. We just weren't taught to open our minds this way. And so it's time for all of us to consciously create our lives in a way that pleases and supports us. So Duana and I have come up with this new thing, and she doesn't know, but yeah. So we are going to go over affirmations of money right now. So I'm going to say them and she's going to repeat them. And then when we get off of the show today, this is the part she doesn't know, we are going to record affirmations for every day of the week to correspond with the theme of the week. So Motivation Monday will be affirmations toward money. A Relationship Tuesday will be affirmations toward, our relationships. The affirmations for Wednesday, Wellness Wednesday, will be for our health, our wellness, for, ourselves. Gumbo Talk Thursday, Freedom Friday, it'll go down the list. So I'm going to have affirmations for each day, and Dwan and I are going to record them, and we're going to play them. See, she didn't know that. And we're going to play them each and every day. So I can't talk about doing something and not share it with each and every one of you. So that's what we're going to do. If we're going to make a come up, we're going to make a come up together. So we're going to start now with money affirmations. So Dwan, after I say them, I'd appreciate if you would be my guinea pig co-host and do them with me. Are you ready?
Ready.
So this is a list of about 20 or 25 money affirmations. And here's the deal. This is how we started it, because we're not going to give the name of the app, but there was an app, and every day it sends you this notification to do the money affirmations. And so after we do the affirmations, I want you to give your testimony of how just some things in your life had changed since you had started doing the money affirmations.
Perfect.
Because they work. Don't think that they don't. They really do. So, I have abundance and prosperity now and always.
I have abundance and prosperity now and always.
I am open to money coming to me from new ways that I never imagined.
I am open to money coming to me from new ways that I've never imagined.
I am financially thriving.
I am financially thriving.
It is easy for me to make money.
It is easy for me to make money.
I love money and money loves me. Money is my friend.
I love money and money loves me. Money is my best friend.
I am abundant in all areas of my life.
I am abundant in all areas of my life.
I have more than enough money.
I have more than enough money.
Every day my wealth is increasing.
Every day and in every way, my wealth is increasing.
I love it. I am excited by other people receiving money.
I like that one. I am excited by other people receiving money.
I'm excited about you. You excited about me. We're
Yes,
excited
I am.
about us.
Oh, yeah.
Because I am a money magnet.
Because I am a money magnet.
Abundance and prosperity are my birthright. I deserve to be wealthy.
Abundance and prosperity are my birthright. I deserve to be wealthy.
I am grateful for all the money I have received in my life.
I am grateful for all the money I have received in my life.
I am excited to see where more money is going to come from next. Yes, I am.
I am excited to see where more money is going to come from next.
I deserve all good things.
I deserve all good things.
Everything I need for success comes to me effortlessly and easily.
Everything I need for success comes to me effortlessly and easily.
I have the money to cover all my financial obligations now and forevermore.
I have the money to cover all my financial obligations now and forevermore.
I create wealth and prosperity with ease.
I create wealth and prosperity with ease.
I am making, pick a dollar amount per month. I am making $20,000 per month.
Oh, hallelujah.
Yes, I am. Girl, I just got to walk into it. I am making $20,000 per month.
I'm making all the money per month.
There we go.
All the
Well,
money.
that was just me. That wasn't the business. That's just what's come. You want to make it 30?
I'm
Make it
just
40?
making all the money. Just
Okay.
all of it.
I
It
am making
comes.
all the money per month.
I am making all the money per month.
All the money I spend brings me joy.
All the money I spend brings me joy.
I always have everything that I need.
I always have everything that I need.
I create money and abundance through joy and self-love.
I create money and abundance through joy and self-love.
I am a magnet to money, prosperity, and abundance.
I am a magnet to money, prosperity, and abundance.
It's exciting, huh? I am the creator of my own success.
I am the creator of my own success.
Money comes to me freely and easily from multiple sources of income. Yes.
Money comes to me freely and easily from multiple sources of income.
I attract all things that I desire into my life.
I attract all things that I desire into my life.
I am living an abundant, happy life.
I am living an abundant, happy life.
Having money feels great to me.
Yes, Lord. Having money feels great to me.
I am I am a magnet to success. See, when you do it with feeling. Okay, I'm gonna get to that.
I am
A magnet to success. I accept abundance and it's coming to me right now.
I accept abundance and it's coming to me right now.
I value my time and energy.
I value my time and energy.
I am a success. I allow myself to feel successful.
I am a success and and I allow myself to feel successful.
All money is awaiting my command to create good into my life.
All money is awaiting my command to create good into my life.
Yes. How many of y'all felt that? And I hope that you are repeating it as we go. Lee is on the other side of the glass. He is feeling it himself. And you know what? Some people say that affirmations don't work. And I'm going to talk about that when we get right back. Because you got to take action. You got to get your mind right. Yes, open your mind to living differently in the world. We are talking affirmations today because we are taking action. Sometimes the only thing you do have is your mind, but start there because it can literally change your life. This is Eileen and my co-host today, Dwan.
Hey.
We'll be right back.
So funny.
See, I told you it would be hard.
Not at all.
Nah.
We have to tell them about why affirmations are important.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go through this, and then we'll have that part.
Okay.
You can talk about whatever.
I know that. No, we don't. You're not typing.
Oh. I tried. Y'all, we are on commercial break, and I am typing my producer. Let's see. That's the truth. Please, even those were in all different kinds of caps.
Right. Please. Please. Please.
Hey, y'all, what does pause do to poor connection? Y'all, I hope Instagram isn't tripping.
You're on Instagram, James, too? That's cool.
I don't know. I hope not. Well, luckily we are live on, what is this called? YouTube. Let me go share that as well while I do that.
Can I want to be Kermit. And we live.
Do it!
No, I'm just kidding.
And we live. Isn't it crazy how I wouldn't do it before?
Yeah.
Let's see. It's okay. People have to get live on
It should be like a trend or something. This necklace.
radio show .com now. La la la. Click. Watch now. Smiley face. Y'all, are we boring during the break? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be boring. I usually talk to y'all through the break, huh? Did y'all enjoy that? I hope you did because it is literally going to change your life. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Like, for real. Like, real talk. And she's going to tell you how it has changed her. And actually, it changed mine, too, because in a couple of days of doing it, I have 100 new people who likes me this week. Thanks, y'all.
Cool.
Appreciate the love.
Oh, yeah.
If I weren't in Facebook jail, I'd really show you the love. Y'all, Facebook has me in jail, which is why I am live on Instagram and YouTube now. I was like, where's the friends for? He said I have 30 seconds, but I really have 35. No, just joking. Yes, please. Because I want to talk about this. It's so important. And I won't just this has done this to me before. It won't let me publish.
Wow.
That's the devil not liking all the positivity on this channel.
And it went away.
Did it go?
Wow, it's good.
Yeah, it did.
You ready?
We're ready. We're about to go back live.
Anywhere in the world. Live at www.wbok1230am.com. WBOK 1230 AM. Top radio in New Orleans.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to The Good Life with me, Eileen. We are here on Gumbo Talk Thursday, and we're here to open your mind. We We are living the good life right here on WBOK 1230 AM. We are opening minds, living differently in the world with love, tolerance, compassion, and understanding for ourselves and everyone else. We do that right here weekdays at 11 a.m. Make sure you tune in. Why? Because it's the good life. This week's conversation has been about taking action. We've talked about it in every aspect, our business, our relationships, our wellness, our mind. And today you're like, what is taking action? So at the beginning of this show, I give you a breakdown of why to take actions and how it really does affect us. We went through some affirmations just now with regard to money and how literally if you only have your mind, you have everything. You have everything that you need. People are like, I don't understand. You literally have everything you need to change your life inside of you. You just have to tap into it. And you can begin by having conversations with, I won't say conversations with yourself, it kind of is, with affirmations. And so for all of the naysayers who, when we were going through them, you're like, this doesn't work. Well, guess what? Some people say that affirmations don't work, but guess what? That's an affirmation in itself. What they mean is that they don't know how to use them correctly. They may say, my prosperity isn't growing, but then think, oh, this is dumb. It won't work. Which affirmation do you think will win out? The negative one, of course, because it's part of a long-standing habitual way of looking at life. Sometimes people will say their affirmations once a day and complain the rest of the time. So how is that going to work for you? It will take, now it will eventually, but it will take a long time for your affirmations to work if they're done that way. The complaining affirmations will always win. Why? Because there are more of them. And they're usually said with more what? Feeling. However, saying affirmations is only part of the process. Y'all thought it was just affirmations? What you do the rest of the day and night is even more important. The secret to having your affirmations work quickly and consistently is to prepare an atmosphere for them to grow. Affirmations are like seeds planted in soil. Poor soil, poor growth. Rich soil, abundant growth. The more you choose to think thoughts that make you feel good, the quicker the affirmations work. So I want you to think happy thoughts. It's really that simple. And it is doable. The way you choose to think right now is just that, a choice. You may not realize it because you've thought a certain way for so long, but guess what? It really is a choice. Now today, this moment, I told y'all we're going to change the way we do things. Today is going to be a new day, and it is. You can choose to change your thinking. Your life won't turn around overnight, but if you're consistent and make the choice on a daily basis to think thoughts that make you feel good, you'll definitely make positive changes in every area of your life. So, since Dewan got me back on this, I want her to tell you how doing the money affirmations has helped her. Please.
So, we started with the app, and one of the affirmations talks about how money comes to you in different ways and different forms. And so I said that for about 2 days, and then all of a sudden a couple people started calling me and they're like, hey, can you do this? Can you do this? And I was like, wait, hold up. Let me check my schedule around. I wasn't ready. So that's another part. Just be ready when you do say your affirmations. But I really enjoyed it because affirmations are just a way of motivating yourself. And I think that's very important because if you've had anything to do other than breathe, you know, you have to motivate yourself to do these things. You know, it's very hard to get up every day and try to make something happen out of nothing. But these affirmations truly help because if you've ever thought, okay, I really want that steak sandwich tomorrow from that one place that has that lunch special, and you're like, okay, I got to get the steak sandwich, then you make it happen. Same thing with affirmations. If you say, hey, money's coming to me, at some point during the day, you're going to figure out how to make that money come to you, whether you know it or not, but it's going to work. So.
And I have to amen her because after I started, within 2 days, I had someone call me, and of course I am always open for, you know, partnerships and advertising and things like that. But I actually had someone call me to do, kind of go back to what my basics were, social media management and stuff like that. And so I was like, you know what? I think that's amazing. And then what happened is, you know, Dwan and I actually were like, you know what? I think we should partner and help this grow because the money is coming in and we're like, we need to take, you know, we need to take advantage of it. But with that being said, you know, just open your mind to living differently. And you're not going to be perfect. And there is no perfect. And that's the best thing. There is no perfect. It's just taking one simple step every day to take action and to change your thought process. And the easiest way for me was through through affirmations. And here's the best thing. If you aren't a person who is going to remember to do them, this is what I've done. And I didn't do it just for me. I did it for my son as well. So I took some of these I took some of these and I did them, not just the money ones, but I did also I am enough. I forgive myself. I am proud of myself. I trust myself. I give love freely. I receive love freely. And I did a whole bunch of them. And I put them all, I have a door in my room. And so I put them all over this. Everybody has a door. Well, I put them all over this one door that is on the opposite side from where my bed is, so I can basically read them from my bed. And so I read those, and I have them on a mirror in my room as well. But I also went into my son's room, and I put, I am proud of myself. I am enough. I put, I am a child of God. I put different ones, that he can have and he can look over. And I really thought, because he had some of his friends over, that he was going to, take them down and hide them. But he didn't. I was just too proud of him. I was like, all right, Aiden, with your bad self. So anyway, but that is encouraging. Other people to do that as well. And so I had my mom and my cousin come over and they saw, and they're like, we're so proud of y'all. But this is something each and every one of us can do. And we talk about getting stuck in our mindsets because that's how our parents taught us. Well, when you know better, you do better. And so that is probably exactly why you're listening to this show today. So when you know better, you do better. And so hopefully this is something that settles in your spirit. Just like they said, affirmations are, it's a seed that is going to be planted. And it depends on if it's rich soil or if it's dry soil as to how it is going to manifest in your life. And it will take a longer time, and don't be like, oh, it doesn't work. Well, it doesn't work because you think it's not going to work. And so I knew it was going to work, and so I'm growing, and so I'm just letting you know how it has worked for me, and I want it to work for each and every one of you. So Dewan and I are going to we're going to go write some. Now, there won't be as many as we did today, but we're going to do a couple and do them for each day and play them on every day to correspond with the theme, because I'm really excited about it.
Part of that taking action is, as you're saying it, and if you guys listened in to Eileen and I, we're having fun with it, and so you have to feel it in order for it to come to fruition for you. So make sure you get into it. Like, if you believe that you're financially thriving, say it like all your bills are paid, like you have nothing to worry about. If money's coming to you, envision people putting it in your hand, or somebody's in the line in front of you paying for your Chick-fil-A, because that's always a blessing.
Actually, true story, I did this a couple years ago. You know what, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna keep you around. You remind me of stuff. I used to write down every day. I used to sign my name and visualize myself signing the back of a check. And I literally did it. I had this one notebook page, and I would sign my name every day, visualizing that I was signing the back of a check. And true story, I was working with somebody, and guess what I did for them? I would sign the back of the check and go deposit checks. Now, I was not clear enough that I wanted them to go into my bank account. But nonetheless, I did. I was working with somebody because they were out of town, and they asked me, can you pick up some checks for us and deposit them? So I was literally signing the back of the checks and depositing them. They just weren't in my account. So see, sometimes you have to be you need to be very, very clear with what you said. So now I'm going to go home and I'm going to sign my name and put my account number at the top.
Yeah,
so I want to do it in my account.
I got one better for you. Go to your bank. Go inside, get you a deposit slip. Put your bank account number at the bottom, put how much you want to deposit, and just sit it on your dresser and look at it every day.
Yes.
And you say, my wealth is increasing every day and in every way. And then it's going to come. It's going to happen.
My wealth is increasing in every day and every way. My wealth is increasing in every day and every way. And I know your wealth is going to be increasing, because I want people to know exactly what you do. We have a couple minutes left, but you have been such a bright, shining jolt of positivity right here at WBOK. And she does our social media, our events, and our promotion. So if you need help on anything like that with regard to WBOK, or if you just need them for yourself, I want you to reach out to Dewan with the DW Agency. So give us a little bit about what you do.
So basically, full service marketing and communications, and my tagline has always been to help consumers connect with brands. And I think it's very important as a company to connect with your consumers, because that creates loyalty, and that also creates feeling with them. So they begin to trust you as like the expert in whatever you're doing, but also they want to know how they can help you grow while you're helping them grow. So that's my goal, to make sure small businesses, especially in my community, because I think it's very important. I'm from here, definitely born and raised in the third world, you heard me. And I always want to give back. So it was important for me to come back and start my business here. So.
Oh, we are excited to have you, and make sure. And how can they find you? Where are you online?
Oh, definitely check out my website. It's www.dwagency.org, or you can find me on any of my social medias. Just put in the search bar DW Agency.
DW Agency. And if you want to partner with us for any event right here at WBOK, you can give us a call at 504-943-2146. 504-943-2146. And if y'all were at Kermit's on Monday where it went down, you can see how she like literally turned it upside down. It was absolutely amazing. And the stuff that she does over here. So we are excited to have her as a part of the team. DW Agency. You can find her online at dwagency.org. Why? Because that's a good life. I don't deliver y'all any agencies that do halfway stuff. So I'm telling y'all she's good and I trust her. So make sure. And she's here every day. And so, unless she's working. But, you know, most time. So how much are we making per month? We're making all the money per month.
All the money.
We are making all the money per month. I am creating wealth and prosperity with ease. I deserve all good things. Every day my wealth is increasing. I am financially thriving because we are taking action with our mind and our thoughts, and we are taking over. This is the good life, y'all. And so if you'd like to join the movement, please make sure you go online. That is tglradioshow.com. Please just share the show. That's really it. People ask how your businesses can help other businesses. I ask you to share the show if you enjoyed it. That's really it. And if you'd like to partner with me, if you'd like to, advertise with us, we actually have a brand new partner. We have RTA, so I want to thank them for coming on. Aetna was on yesterday, so we're looking for more partnerships with them. So if your corporation or business, their mission is in conjunction with The Good Life, please reach out to us. You can reach me at 504-400-7127. That is 504-400-7127. Why? Because it's The Good Life. I told y'all I was growing. Y'all thought I was joking. I'm not. And the DW Agency is going to help take me to new levels. So open your mind. Thanks so much, Dwan, for coming in here. See, wasn't that bad, huh?
No, not at all.
No, see? We're just happy to have you here. So thank you so much. It's The Good Life. It's Gumbo Talk. This is Eileen, and I'm out. I hope that pause due to due connection and reconnecting was still letting you video all the time. But thank you so much, YouTube. Oops, for each and everything. We appreciate you. Oh, we are live and we're out. End.